What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Binance to Bitcoin. And then we will be looking at the coin market cap, discussing and also discussing TD Ameritrade is testing Bitcoin and Litecoin payments or trading on their brokerage platform, which is huge. And this was from Charlie Lee. So we'll definitely be diving into that at the end of the episode. Otherwise, guys, let's jump into today's video. So guys, really quick, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date on all cryptocurrency related information, as well as giveaways, promotional things, as well as the best things in crypto, definitely make sure to be subscribed to the channel. Turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up this way. I know you guys like the content. Otherwise, let's jump into the current coin market cap. I like to start on this for those of you who are new to the channel. Bitcoin dominance is 53.7%, 24-hour volume is 49.9 bill, and market cap is 184.7 bill. So right off the bat, I'm noticing market cap compared to yesterday is much higher than we were, about $4 to $5 billion higher. 24-hour volume is 49.9 bill, and a Bitcoin dominance is 53.7%. So we are seeing Bitcoin dominance increase significantly with that 24-hour volume increasing as well. So for the most part, the markets are up. You know, markets are green, markets are up. You can see when I scroll here, top 10 cryptos, 4 out of the 10 seem to be doing in the red, but not really down by much. You know, the ones that are really down, XRP not even down by 1%. Cardano not even down by 1%, Stellar 1%. Binance Coin is the only one falling, so we'll check out that. It's actually a very good thing to see Binance Coin pulling back down because I'm actually planning on buying into Binance Coin very soon. I think it is a very, very, very good coin to have in my portfolio, and I will explain why in a couple of minutes. Otherwise, Litecoin trading at $77.60, below that $80. We'll definitely be checking out that market and discussing why exactly it's trading like that. But for the most part, markets do look good. Consolidation, you can see most of the ones, the top 6 and up, have a very similar pattern, so we'll be looking at that as well. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to check out the second link in the description to the Abra exchange. They're doing an awesome promotion right now. For the first people that sign up, if you're new to the app, all you got to do is deposit $5 from a bank account, and they'll send you free $25 of Bitcoin. We've had 100, I believe, 60 or 70 people so far checked out the app. It does help support the channel. Absolutely phenomenal. It's a great way to get some free cryptocurrency, some free Bitcoin if you're new to the whole beginner thing and you're new to crypto. It's a great way to start up your investment. They give you that free 25 bucks. So definitely check it out. Otherwise, guys, huge announcement before we jump into the charting. We just hit 20 Patreons or 20 patrons on Patreon. That is insane and crazy. For those of you who don't know, Patreon is the place to go for you guys to get exclusive access to content for this channel, as well as to get exclusive access to all of my charts. We just hit 20 patrons. I changed all the tiers up, so we have super inexpensive tiers to get crazy. You can make it potentially a lot off of this, but like crazy cheap tiers that I made. $5 pretty much is where I started, and a bunch of you guys seemingly giving me awesome feedback on it. And because we're having so many people check out Patreon and sign up and subscribe to Patreon, I'm gonna have to be doing a giveaway on Patreon as well as on the channel. So there will be 2 giveaways, one specifically for those of you on Patreon and one specifically for those of you who follow me on YouTube. So there will be 2. If you have me on Patreon and YouTube, there's a good way you can win, twice. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Thing involved into the Litecoin chartings. You'll notice beautiful pullback, beautiful consolidation we're having. Pulled all the way back down to 51.50 on the RSI. Gives us plenty of potential to finally start to move up. You'll notice we did break bearish from our, purple uptrend. It's nice that we fell back into our ascending, wedge. I personally like this a lot better than when we were just trading on top. Now that we're back in the wedge, it does give us a support as well as a resistance to slowly bring us up higher. You'll notice the issue is right now the $80 resistance is a huge resistance. Obviously, this was a good buying opportunity. I think anything below $76.50 to add maybe 10 to 15% of my portfolio was where a good play would have been. That's where I bought in, $76.50. And then we seem to be riding it up. We seem to be testing resistance at $80. So what would potentially play out is we see either Litecoin continue to pull back down. We could see tomorrow a resistance, a pullback down to $73. I've made previous videos discussing the potential of a pullback. I do not like when I discuss bearish news, but I kind of have to discuss that because it's kind of my a position, an opinion on the markets. I do think a pullback is headed. I do think we're still going to head back down. Obviously, I have 10% in, so I'm okay if we do decide to move up. But if we pull back down lower, I'll have more money to put in. Down to $72, down to $71. If we break out of this ascending wedge, it's potentially $66 is where we head to. But either way, I am ready for this pullback if it does happen. If we don't, consolidation is what we're going to expect. Consolidation till we reach this bottom support, and that will blast us through the $80, and I think we'll head up to 90. But either way, I think we're in a very good position. We look beautiful on Litecoin's daily, so there's plenty of potential. Litecoin's daily RSI is beautiful. Plenty of potential to move higher. As for Bitcoin is definitely moving up. It's possible that we could head, much higher. It's possible we could head to $5,800. It's still a possibility. There's really not much holding it. You can see there is a support here. That's why it was drawn. $5,500 is now acting as a support. But we're overbought for Bitcoin. So I really don't want to get involved in it. I know this could potentially be lost gains and lost profit, but it's too risky for me. There's a good chance, at least in my luck, I put in when we're extremely overbought, and then the next day I'm just going to watch all my assets just fall down to $5,000. It would be very stupid and a greedy move on my part. That's why I'm waiting off. I think we're still going to pull back down to 5,000. I think being overbought on Bitcoin's daily is something still to steer away from. Wait for us to pull back down. Doesn't make sense. Just wait it out. Invest when we're at 50 on the RSI. Wait for us to consolidate back down, and that'll be a smart move. Now, Ethereum looks better. Ethereum, if it did decide to rally up, has that space to do so. It isn't overbought on its RSI. It's trading at 60, a little bit higher, but nothing too bad. And for the most part, I think consolidation is needed for this coin. We need a week or two of consolidation. A massive rally like this, it either is going to consolidate out in a a longer term type of thing, potentially a month, or we could see a potential pullback to our bottom support, our purple uptrend, which would be better. Seeing this consolidation back down will be a good buying opportunity once we retest here, and then I will put in and we'll ride this wave up, because I think $200 is where the resistance is. I think we're a little overextended away from our uptrend, so I think consolidation back down, a pullback down to 150 is likely and would be a good buying opportunity for me. Or we consolidate out, hold the price level, and then once we hit the purple uptrend, then we can continue to move up. Lastly, Binance Coin. For those of you interested, Binance is pulling back down, which is awesome. We've been waiting for this coin to pull back down. It was very obvious and certain that we were going to retest its purple uptrend. You can see numerous attempts here of support, or numerous contact points, and that pretty much signifies that this is a very strong uptrend on its daily. Now, we did near overbought. That is why we pulled back down from this, resistance at the top here. Currently trading at 54. Plenty of potential to trade out sideways now. But the biggest thing that I'm waiting for is one of two things. Either we pull back down to here, bam, and then we'll head up. And obviously a good buy opportunity would be right there. That's when I would start dollar cost averaging, never put all in at once, because it is possible it could throw us all the way back down to our high-low MMA, or it's going to consolidate out like this. Then we can see a move. One or the other. I'm going to keep my close eye on that. It's nice to see that we're starting to head back down because of it being overbought. I even think it's overbought on the weekly, which is the biggest indicator of a pullback. Yeah, you can see we're overbought on the weekly, so that's why we're pulling back down now. We need to get out of that, overextended area. We need to consolidate back down. You can see as I zoom in on the weekly that we are overbought. We need this pullback to the uptrend, and then we can continue to move up. But for the most part, that seems to be the charting for today, guys. Lastly, I want to wrap it up with this important news and information relating to TD Ameritrade is testing Bitcoin and Litecoin on their brokerage platform. And this was quoted by Charlie Lee. So basically, Nasdaq, the second largest stock exchange in the world, is reportedly testing the trade of Bitcoin-based products on its platform. A Twitter user named Cryptopolis claimed the purchase of one Bitcoin via TD Ameritrade account on the social media platform. This news was backed by Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, who stated that TD Ameritrade, a leading brokerage platform, was not only testing Bitcoin, but also Litecoin. Very awesome. This was soon followed by an update where the Twitter user said, or basically Bitcoin is now being traded on Nasdaq. I bought one of Bitcoins through TD Ameritrade account, blah, 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 blah. But it's in testing right now. So it's not fully out yet. It's not fully public. It's going to be fully public. And that is awesome to see that we're finally going to slowly enter the Nasdaq and the, stock industry and that's pretty awesome. I'm reading what Charlie was talking about, but basically says, apart from this, Bitcoin is the largest crypto on market cap, recently broke $5,500, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so some pretty interesting news. We'll probably hear more about that later on Twitter, especially on Charlie Lee, Satoshi Light, and probably through all the new, media sources and things like that. I'll definitely keep you guys posted and updated. So that will be pretty cool. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications to the channel. Check out Patreon. We'll be doing 2 giveaways when we hit 10K, one on Patreon, one on Crypto TV. So it'll be pretty awesome. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.